Alright, we shall now start going through the tank role quest line. I'm excited. But yeah, by the way, I hope you're doing well, Corian. It's really good to see you. Oh yeah, I can see the tanks this expansion are very much meant to just never die. With the exception of maybe Dark Knight. But that's about it, I guess. But wait, Dark Knight has it's supposed to have the highest damage of the tanks right now, right? So I guess it's like they trade in survivability for damage? Dark Knight's tank has become a meme, I bet. Shrouded in peril. Oh yeah, we're going to Gridania, huh? Alright. I have come on behalf of the Twin Adders to enlist the aid of accomplished fighters. The small folk cower in their homes for fear of an unprecedented threat to the Twelveswood. A blasphemy. It strikes quickly and with deadly precision before returning to the shadows whence it came. Try as we might, we've yet to devise a means to track it, much less slay it. Several brave soldiers search for even now, but their chances would improve greatly if they had a stout protector by this side. Judging by your reputation, I dare say you're precisely the woman we seek. What say you? Will you serve as the shield that stands between Gridania and a certain doom? Protecting the realm is what I do. I would take that as an enthusiastic yes. Make haste to the Hatter's Nest and report to my superior. All of Gridania shall pray for your success. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Someone either gave a blasphemy a dagger bow. What? Why? Our liaison at Raza Hunt sent word of your arrival, but I can still scarcely believe our luck. Are you truly here to help us bring this wicked blasphemy to heel? Then there is hope for us yet. I shall fetch the Elder Seeds here at once. She is leading the hunt, and I'm certain she'll be most eager to see you. Full glad am I to welcome you in good health and good spirits, Sapphire. On behalf of all Gridania, allow me to thank you for rising to our defense yet again. You will forgive me for eschewing further formalities, as time is of the essence. I shall share with you what little we know of this elusive scourge. Following the events in Thavnir, we received a report that an unidentified man had fallen into fits on the road before transforming into a beast most foul. A blasphemy, we soon determined. Eyewitnesses to subsequent attacks spoke of patterns on its skin reminiscent of heavy chains, and thus we have named it Gleipnir, for the creature of legend. It emerges from the brush without warning, bringing destruction and tragedy to those unfortunate enough to be near. Ere we can respond, it retreats into hiding, leaving no trace for us to follow. The elementals cry out for us to rid the forest of this wicked presence. Yet, even if we tracked it to its lair, I fear besting the beast would be no simple matter. The wounds of Gleipnir's victims are tainted by corruption. We can but conclude that the fiend's fangs, claws, and horns are all imbued with a powerful poison. The smallest scratch sends the afflicted into fits, and death soon follows. Mayhap you know of the creeping death? The effects of Gleipnir's vile poison bear more than a passing similarity to the symptoms of that deadly plague. It swept through the Twelveswood many years ago. The sick found their skin covered in a chain-like pattern, and spent their final moments in excruciating pain. It was long before I came to Britannia, but people still speak of it with dread. Is it true that the disease spared not a single hearer? Very nearly, yes. Before the remainder were taken, we were able to devise a cure from the Glimshroom. Slow though it was, the scars of this tragedy could then begin to heal. Gleipnir threatens to reopen old wounds, I fear. Yet despite the similarities between the blasphemies, corruption, and the creeping deaths marks, it is unclear how these two phenomena are related, if at all. Both conjuring and white magic have failed to abate the poison spread. To confront Gleipnir now would place our soldiers at risk of grievous injury. Forgive me, Elder C2, but this appears to be urgent. What? Again? Gleipnir has struck once more in the North Shroud. The Whalers came too late to see the beast themselves, but the man it attacked yet lives. They're bringing him to Fallground Folk as we speak. Then we must meet them there. Will you accompany us, Sapphire? Aethelmere should be able to apprise us of the details upon our arrival. Cool. By the way, has anybody done the tank roll questline? What have you guys thought of it, if you've already done it? I actually haven't heard much of the tank questline. That's fair. I was okay, my favorite has been the melee so far. Really? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I actually haven't heard many good things about the melee one, but I'm glad you like it, Coriana. Elder Sitse, you honor us with your presence. I cannot thank you enough for coming all this way. Given the dire circumstances, I would not leave this to another. Where is the wounded man? Outside of the bobbing cork, being attended to by one of our healers. He's a capable healer, but I'm worried this is still beyond his abilities. Also, why no do MSQ? Because I want to do all the world quests. His badges didn't click for me. That's fair. I should do all in my power to aid him. I, in turn, may have need of your assistance as well. I ask that you stay close, both of you. MSQ better. I believe it. I want to do the role quests. I have... Look. Fucking Dark Knight, Reaper, Black Mage, Dancer, and White Mage. Yeah, I'm doing all of them. He's a hardy soul, but I'm utterly at a loss. While I manage to heal his wounds, the poison lingers. I fear the worst is yet to come. When I removed his clothes for treatment, I recognized the chains. This is indeed the creeping death. Do not lose heart. I just spare no effort. Rest for now. We have need of your talents again ere long. She goes, man! She goes! A bloody swarm of them! That came from the east gate. Oh, that came from the east gate. Chigos are known as carriers of the creeping death. The villagers are on edge. If they think the Vilekin are harbingers of another plague, They may panic. Wow, that was a weird sentence. Pray see to that she goes. I shall remain here with the victim.
We're near Alder Springs, a whole swarm of them, like an army getting ready for war. Bringing the creeping death like us not. Fucking been dropping dead with no rhyme or reason. I'm not about to join him, no sir. Keep running back as fast as my legs can carry me.
Were you bitten? I will show you to here if so.
Not a single hole that doesn't belong, I can assure you. But you'd best do something about that swarm, though.
Would that we could, but keeping the gate manned is our priority, and we have not the numbers to spare for a hunting party. By the time the weather enforcements arrive, it may be too late. We'll deal with the Chigos. The one who calls the greater number owes the other a flag on a veil, eh? I commend your bravery. Godspeed, and don't get bitten. All right, let's go. Is it just... Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, is it just me or do these things have, like, no health? Hey, Ben, yo, what's up, Arson? How are you doing? Oh, that was easy enough.
12 be praised, and you! I've come bearing a cure for the creeping death, but it's of little use against actual death.
That's fair.
Aye, that's why I've come. I'd heard tell of a man suffering from uncommon pains off Hall Ground Float. Sense an opportunity for philanthropy, and a touch of profit, I'll admit. But if what you say is true, his condition demands a much swifter pair of feet than mine. Can you bring the medicine to him in my stead? No need for payment this time, of course.
Part of me wants the ultimatum back? What? Who? What? Oh, there's just my alt. Oh, fun! As the aggro jet is easy enough, but just being assured most will aggro back by one button is nice. They will provoke. Oh, gotcha. You saved my life, and one good turn deserves another. I only hope the cure works well as purported. As for me, I'll be on my way. Given a vow, can I spy a white birth? Oh, that's right. I just remembered. I also need a... Well... I went over the cane and... Okay. That's a car.
Thank you for killing the Chigos. Alas, our patient's condition has yet to improve, and it is all we can do to keep him from succumbing to the poison.
Are they gonna remain soon? Cool.
I know this medicine. It was once used to treat the creeping death. Given his symptoms, it may well prove as effective here as well. And yeah, I forgot to change the my title to From White Mage to Dark Knight Questlines. It works upon the body quite quickly, as I recall. Hold on just a while longer, my friend. Medicine will soon relieve you of your pain. I don't. It hurts. It hurts. Oh! Why?
The man shrieks, die in his throat as his body is racked with a violent convulsion, then falls still and quiet, as if his breath was snatched from his chest.
Wow. Maybe didn't they try the old medicine earlier? Maybe they didn't have it in stock anymore. Or if they did, it came from the other camp. All of this is very much like this all just happened. So it's not like they didn't have it on hand because they thought it was like they thought that the epidemic, if you would, was over. So I guess you can put it in that at that point. It's they got too complacent with it, sadly.
12 have mercy. At the very least, his suffering is over. Had we been quicker to deliver the medicine, would he have lived?
Nay, I think not. He was doomed from the moment the poison entered his blood. There will be others if we do not soon gain an understanding of our foe. Let this tragedy not be in vain, but serve as a lesson. Though the effects of Glepnir's corruption resemble creeping death, it is clear that the two share little else in common. Oh, okay. Okay. Same symptoms, two very different causes. Gotcha. The medicine that we had wasn't helping. The poison burns through the body more quickly than any disease. Too deadly is it to be borne by a creature so fragile as she goes, or any other besides.
Then that is one possibility that people need fear.
It is a shame a life was lost, but this knowledge may help us ensure that others are not. Spread word, but do so with delicacy. In these troubled times, fear and despair can drive even the goodliest of souls to desperate ends. Glepnir is the only blasphemy known to us in Gridania, for now. We must do our utmost to stop him from sowing further discord.
Understood, Elder Seatseer. I'll give this man a proper burial before sharing what we've discovered.
Ascertaining Glepnir's whereabouts is still a primary concern. Let us return to the Adder's Nest where information shall be most reliable weapon in the days ahead. And there is no better place to acquire it. Okay, this old disease almost killed all the cures of Gridania. I feel like they would keep the cure in stock as they place in events that disease should ever return. Fair! AKA, they got too complacent. On the other hand, the old medicine, it didn't help. Yeah, that's what happened here. And the old medicine didn't help, so... Although you have a point. The medicine didn't work.
Glepnir has been sighted in various locales, and though we are reviewing every report, we suspect most are erroneous. We are as a way of making one jump at shadows. It will take some time before we have determined which reports merit a more involved investigation. Until then, I say you stay vigilant and keep your eyes peeled for any sign of the blasphemy.
Should we take a blood sample from the corpses if possible? I mean... The thing though is that, like, I don't know. Okay, look at this place. Just look. Do you think their first instinct would be, let's take a blood sample? Hell, this is where conjurers are and live. Their first instinct is to heal. Or attempt to do so. We have followed up on every report concerning Glepnir, even those that beggared belief. The most promising suggests that the blasphemy is currently stalking the South Shroud. We are to proceed there at once, for there is no telling when it might strike again. The Elder Seedseer is already en route to a Roots Lake. Let us not keep her waiting. I'm gonna have to wonder now. Yeah, I was. If they would do an elk squish? Is elk squish? What? Oh, an item level squish. I don't know, probably not. Because they've been. Like, as you progress through the main story, you go up, like, one item level at a time, so. I would say probably not. The stat squish has been fine. Honestly, I don't think they need to do an item level squish. Greetings, Sapphire. As luck would have it, my sister Ryo frequents Camp Tranquil. You would do well to meet with her first, for she may have knowledge of this threat that can aid us in our search. Oh, hi. It has been too long, Ryo. Connie! I was afraid the situation might force your arrival, and that this reunion would be under more joyous circumstances. It is heartening to see her joined by the bearer of Atto as well. Unfortunately, Glepner's poison cannot be cured by any healing force known to us. I'm sure you have already learned. Nevertheless, I have faith that together we will find a way to defeat it. Every moment is crucial, so let us dispense with further pleasantries and receive word of Glepnir's whereabouts. I have. He recently ambushed a poor traveler who succumbed to his wounds soon thereafter, a tragic and increasingly common tale. No others in Camp Tranquil have come to harm, but some claim they feel a presence in the distant trees, staring at them with malicious intensity. They struggle to find the courage to venture beyond the safety of the camp. While its victims exhibit symptoms reminiscent of the creeping death, Glepnir's corruption seems to only affect those who have been assaulted by the blasphemy itself. We yet to confirm a single instance of it spreading from one individual to another. That's somewhat reassuring, but it will provide little comfort to the people here, I think. If Glepnir comes, any defense we mount will come at a great cost. Those who fall wounded will invariably die. I'm at a loss, and the people under my care can see it. They grow tense and bicker amongst themselves. Some even accuse me of standing idly by while this monster roams free, as if I'm not doing all that I can. I apologize. Would that I had come to you sooner. Would that there were more I could offer you. Not every burden is yours to bear, Connie. She is right. It is the duty of all Seedseers to face this threat. And so, we should do so together. with the aid of the elementals as well. Under different circumstances, I would agree, but their strength has waned since the calamity. I am reluctant to impose upon them. Indeed, when I open my thoughts to the elementals, I shudder to hear the distress. Once we have laid low the blasphemy, the elementals will be at peace. Well then, how do you propose we going about that? First, allow me to speak with the people here and assure them that all will be well. That Gridonian resolve to weather the storm remains steadfast. No road is closed to those true of heart. I suppose I shouldn't be so surprised that you'd begin with the earnest and heartfelt appeal. For my part, I shall reach out to Arun. Perhaps together we can find a way to offer similar comfort to the elementals. I have no doubt we will require their assistance in the days ahead. Thank you, sister. May the 12 watch over you and keep you both. May I trouble you to accompany me? The presence of a storied hero would surely lend credence to my claim that the people's difficulties will soon be at an end.
I am here to kick ass. While you attend to that, I shall gather what information I can from the wood whalers stationed here. Pray look for me at the camp proper when you have finished. Alright, and we split up. Kind of.
If we are to convince the people that they need not live in fear of Glepnir, my words alone may be insufficient. I do not comport myself as an imposing figure blessed with martial prowess, to say the least. You, on the other hand, are renowned as a peerless warrior who has triumphed in countless trials. Simply looking on your features fills me with confidence that this crisis too shall pass. I pray you stay by my side, that those we speak with might be overjoyed by your presence. Cool. We get to walk with her. That's cool. Alright, okay, so 3 people.
I saw it! A gargantuan beast stalking the woods with horns the size of my leg. What's to stop it from coming here to fill its belly?
Glepnir will do no such thing, I swear. I shall see to it personally that the blasphemy does not come within a mile of this village. Keep heart, for brighter days lie ahead of us.
Truly, and sincere? Perhaps I've just let my imagination get the better of me. We're a beacon in these dark times. I pray you're restored to the peace soon.
I shall. You shall be certain.
Cynthia's are sitting pretty with the gods in finery. What do they care if a beast is running amok? They'll be fine. That's why they're doing nothing while it hunts us. We'd be fools to trust our lives to those who don't care a whit. Aye. First time we went south. At least an old die and pretend to look out for the common man.
Yo, I mean, we're here.
Elder Seetsu, I was just,
I promise you that we are sparing no effort in our hunt for Glepnir. However, it will take time, and more may suffer before the beast is laid low. Nevertheless, I ask that you place your faith in me, if only for a while longer. I love the 12s with and her people with all my heart, and I will not let our enemy torment us forever.
I understand. Man's gotta give voice to his worries from time to time. Nothing one less to abandon my home. I'll stick around for now.
A single scratch is enough to spell one's doom, they say. But to wait for death to come, how can we face a beast like that? Do not give in to despair, my friend. Know that I shall do all in my power to see us through this crisis. Hold fast to hope and encourage others to do so as well. I'll try, Elder Seatsier. I know you've placed yourself at risk leaving the safety of the city and coming here. That means a lot to me and mine. I'll stay close to the whalers and pray news of your triumph reaches us soon. Thank you. I promise you that will not be long. I call bullshit. You cover the car carefully with through the keys? What? Oh, so what's up, Raider? How are you doing, dude? That'll be all for now, Elder Seatsier. It will. I have done what I can to quell the unrest, but so long as Glepnir lives, they will never be at peace. I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. Here, enjoy myself today on these role quest storylines, dude. Sometimes everything that in here does wonders. This must be a case with the elementals, yes. Yeah, sometimes the negative ear does wonders. That's supposed to be the case for the elementals, yes? I'm gonna dance today and sing that every time I join the stream. But why? I think we're doing a risky rebinding of all my key bindings for 14. Making the arrow keys move in and other buttons for skills and such. Really? I mean, good luck with that. Like, I know it's totally possible, but you'll have to fight against your, what's it called? Against your, habits. There we go. People apparently don't like me being a clicker. Hey, honestly, if it works, it works. I have no gripe against it. Indeed, you are correct. Today was a welcome reminder of that truth, and an important step in our journey. Maybe I should visit these settlements more often. Doubtless some here think me as distant as the elements. So rarely do they see me in the outer reaches. You have served me admirably as protectors thus far, for which I am grateful. Yet until we have found and laid Glepnir low, I must continue to impose upon your goodwill. 'Tis no imposition, Elder Seatsier. You saved me on the killing fields of Contino. My life is yours, now and always. Your life is your own to command, but I thank you for your words. And your conviction fills me with such confidence that the path we walk is true. Even if that path takes us far afield. Did I ever tell you that when I was a young student, I would often steal into the woods with a dear friend of mine, much of the chagrin of our teacher? Deep down, I suspect there is still a part of me that yearns to wander where I should not. It's the rebellious stage of life. That's cool, though. I like that. Oh, I thought cutscene was gonna end. Elder Seatsier, word from the border. We've got ourselves a right bloody mess by the sound of it. What has happened? Per your earlier instructions, the whalers closed the roads to all travel while we scoured the wood for signs of Glepnir. Now a group of locals are demanding to be let through into Thanalan. They're terrified by the sound of it, screaming about the creeping death and gods know what else. Despair grips their heart. If it consumes them wholly, then we have yet more blasphemies to contend with. I will speak with them. Rumors fuel their panic, and with truth and compassion, I will convince them to see reason and return to their homes. Oh my god, I could not say that. If anyone can, it's you, Elder Seatsier. We're doing our best to keep them calm for now, but my man's words painted a grim picture. I pray you make your way to the border as quickly as you can. Oh, I kind of feel like at least one of them is going to end up turning. Yeah, that does not bode well at all. But yeah, Raider, where'd you get that sentence or like that phrasing from anyways? Like, what had you start saying that? Let us throw, damn you! We're standing here while the creeping death nips at our heels. You're telling us to die! Those rumors are false, and the Elder Seer herself sent word that the creeping death is not responsible for the recent incidents. You must surrender to panic. Return to your homes while we deal with the threat, and pay no heed to baseless stories. Stories? Stories? I've seen the dead with my own eyes. Don't tell me what is and isn't true! Hearken to me, my friends. I come before you now to assure you that the creeping death has not returned. Only those who have been wounded by Glepnir are in danger. And so I beseech you to take shelter in your homes until the threat has passed. Glepnir? The beast I saw in the wood? We have to run! It could have followed us! You saw him? Where? Not far from here. Those glistening horns. Those terrible chains, reaching out to drag you down to the seventh hell. We ran and never looked back. But don't worry, it didn't catch any of us. No one's marked, see? That means we're safe, right? But, say, we weren't quite fast enough. What then? Its horns and claws are where the poison resides, and even a scratch would be cause for concern. Oh, that's not good. Even a little scratch? Then it's too late for me. Is that why my body feels like it's on fire? You told me the branches tripped you up. You said that's how it happened. You said! Oh, heavenly winds, guide us to the front of strength. May we drink from it and be made whole. Sorry, I had to bring up the chat. I don't feel any better. Do it again. Do it again! It hurts. Help me! Conjuring has no effect. There can be no escape, no mistake. This is Glepnir's doing. Even so, I ask that you do not lose heart. Stay strong. If we surrender to fear, the beast has already won. No, I don't want to die. Please, help me. Oh, that was a fast-ass transformation. Get back! You said it wasn't. Why? Why? Liars! Liars! All of you! None of us are safe! None of us are! Ah! Fuck. Despair made manifest. 12 for Fend. Said nothing can be done for these poor souls. There's the idea. What if you knock them out before the fear consumes them? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. not, but one thing I know. We must lay them to rest. Contain the threat. I guess we're doing this shit. Alright. Damn, man. They are at peace. When the day had not come to this, I was powerless to prevent it. You did all you could. Sorry. You did all you could, Elder Seedseer. Is that what's going to happen to us? Is there no hope? What you witnessed was the fate of those who fall to deepest despair. It feeds upon grief and anguish, and is more deadly than Gleipnir itself. But as I swore to you that we shall defeat the blasphemy that haunts our homeland, so too do I swear that despair will not be the end of us. Keep the faith, and look to the horizon, for brighter days will come. As you say, Elder Seedseer, as you say. Gleipnir is not here. And so you are free to return to your homes, but I urge you to take care on the path back. We will, Elder Seedseer. Damn, man. That sucks, dude. That really does suck. The storm has passed, but a darker tempest roils in the distance. So long as the specter of despair looms, the people will struggle to take any words of comfort to heart. You will see more tragedies like this. The elementals, too, cry out for a solution. The longer we struggle to resolve the crisis, the more innocent lives we put at risk. Raya Oz said that we would need to turn to the elementals for assistance. And I know now that she was right. And so I will seek an audience with the Great One. However, there are preparations that I must attend to first. I shall make proper ambulation of the Lotus Stand, or pray return to the Adder's Nest and await my summons. Pray return to the Waking Sands, though. All right. Despite our best efforts, we have been unable to prevent further loss of life and foresee even greater hardship ahead. As we press on, we mustn't forget the words of the Elder Seedseer. We must strive to remain undaunted in the face of despair. She is right, preparing for her communion with the Great One. When the time is right, she will call upon us both. Until then, my friends, stay strong. A gift undone. The situation has worsened since last we spoke. Gleipnir grows bolder in his attacks, and the conjurers are spread thin in their efforts to attend to the victims. Moreover, we are no closer to finding a means to counteract the blasphemy's poison. No choice but to wait until death claims them. Some are overwhelmed by hopelessness, becoming mad beasts that lash out at their former countrymen. Such tragedies all too easy beget further tragedy, as bereaved loved ones are in turn overcome and share in the same horrid fate. The people speak of incidents in hushed whispers, afraid that at any moment a monster might appear within their midst. If we can find a cure for the blasphemy's poison.
Indeed. Let us hope that the Elder Seedseer's efforts to enlist the aid of the elementals are successful, and that united we may at last cleanse 12's wood of this evil once and for all. Urgent news, Sapphire. Glepnir has ambushed a party of wood whalers. They are engaged with the blasphemy near the guardian tree where the Great One slumbers. This bodes ill. Has it divined the Elder Seedseer's intent? Is it attempting to prevent her from communing with the elementals? Ah! In any event, we cannot let Glepnir harm the tree. The Elder Seedseer bade us rendezvous with her at Sorrel Haven. We leave at once. Alright, let's go. Battered arms and armor strewn across the ground, but there is no other trace of man or blasphemy. Oh my god. Alright. I see. I think I know what happened here, though I pray that I am wrong. There is no sign of the wood whalers save their arms and armor. Seasoned warriors would never have cast aside their equipment. But here it lies. I see not a single body. In the face of certain death, even the bravest among can succumb to despair. Wow. Before the blasphemy's poison took them, they transformed. Glepnir cannot have gone far. He may be watching over us even now. Be on your guard. Air is thick with corruption. If the wood whalers had come to a man, then we can expect a hard fight. Though I dread the thought of hurting our brave soldiers, we cannot allow the creatures they have become to roam free. Let us form two groups to more quickly track down and cull the beasts. Once we have finished, we shall regroup under the boughs of the guardian tree. Alright. Sorry, I was just helping them with that. Okay, this is gonna have a beast here. Yeah, someone is definitely gonna have one.
This one might have it. I don't think so. We'll see. Yep, nope. You have laid to rest the last of the turned whalers. Reunite with your companions in Evershade. Cool. I like how there's a bunch of tree slugs here. I always forget how big and massive this tree freaking is. Hi. Our work is done then. The loss of so many brave souls is tragic, but now they are at peace. The guardian tree is safe. Let us take comfort in that. I but pray that the Great One will hear my plea. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Elder Seeds here. Are you hurt? The Great One is filled with fear. An all-consuming fear unlike any I've ever felt. It spoke unto me, and its words were clarion. Drive the evil away. Drive the evil away. You can think of naught else, so we will not receive the aid we seek. Not until we can dispel the dread that claws at the forest's very heart. No, this was our last hope. We are not alone. I was wondering what this thing looks like. Oh! You're a fucking lunar behemoth? There can be no mistake. This is the profane beast, the blasphemy that has mired the 12's wood in despair. Glepnir. Oh, SpaghettiOs, I know, but yo! Stay back! It makes for the guardian tree. We must stop it. Oh my god! The poison. You mustn't let it touch you. Such fearsome strength. Yo. Come at me! What? What? Wait, who are you? In accordance with our covenant, we Pajal have been blessed by the elementals. From the moment we are chosen, we are bound to act as mediators between man and nature. The most skilled among us are honored as seed seers, and it is their duty to guide Gridania through times both poor and prosperous. I cannot say which of you will be found more worthy. In my estimation, you both have the potential to become seed seers. Of that, I can become more certain by the day. Who are you? I know the other dude was the leader of the Conjurers Guild. But I don't want to be a seed seer. I never wanted to be a Patchal either. I never asked for any of this. Can't I live a normal life like everyone else? How come I don't get to grow old? Why was I cursed with these ugly horns? I like him. Yeah, maybe we didn't choose to be born this way, but I don't think it's what makes us different from everyone else. It's a rare gift, a blessing even. And if we can use it to help others, then we should. Don't give up on becoming a seed seer, Connie. We'd all be worse for it. That's a very young Connie Senna. Who's the other dude? A blessing? I never thought of it that way. I suppose I just hated not having a choice. Maybe you're right. Who are you? Fuck, though. A Pajal became a blasphemy. That's insane. Connie. Damn. It's no freaking wonder this is like a little more terrifying than the other blasphemies I've like had to deal with on the role quests. This thing was born of a Pajal. Like, damn. The matron is merciful. Now Deceitia has fallen unconscious but is otherwise unharmed. And blasphemy does not have touched her. I do not see the telltale mark of poison. Still, I am no healer. She should be looked after by those who are. I should carry her back to the Gridania. I'm a healer. I must leave before Glepnir returns. Await me at the Otter's Nest. It would have been really cool if I would be able to like class swap in between all of the, like in between scenes like that, so that way I can be like, yeah, I know how to heal. Allow me to thank you again for your assistance. The Elder Sitya has been delivered into the care of Isumiyan, and by the grace of the elementals, she will make a full recovery. Wow, that was really hard to read out of my. In fact, she has already regained consciousness, but is not yet allowed to receive visitors. We can but wait for now. God damn it! I was useless. I do nothing while Elder Sitya faced Glepnir unknown. I was to be her shield. That I stand before you now while she lies abed is proof of my failure. You know, game sure when you beat it in 2 hours casually on your first playthrough while watching all the cutscenes. Damn! What game did you play? Also, hi Jeff, how are you doing? Connie lives still, and still she requires protection. You truly are the hero of whom the bards sing, aren't you? You've suffered terrible trials, and you stand tall and resolute. Thank you for your counsel. Close I came to forgetting the lessons of my past. I have spoken of it to few, truth be told. It brings me shame to recall it. I have fought at Cartano. not as a soldier of the Eorzean Alliance, but as a conscript of the Guardian Imperial Army. Oh, that one I didn't see coming. Mortal Kombat 11, not including Aftermath? What? Wow, okay. That in armor and match attack, another drop in the sea of pitiless metal. Grow numb to the violence and killing out of necessity. It becomes routine. Work to earn your next meal. But then the moon shattered and the dragon emerged. And when the dust had settled, I was another body clinging to life amongst the fallen. I remember staring at the burning sun above, growing weaker, wondering if the heat of an Eorzean's blade would finish the job. But it wasn't death that came, but salvation. I was delivered from my well-earned fate by the Elder Seer. She deigned to save a man who once barred steel against her people. Her kindness didn't end there. Once my wounds had healed, she welcomed me with open arms. Never did she regard me with distrust, nor did she ever make me feel obliged to repay my debt. She fought not to take life, but to safeguard it. Through our friendship, I came to see the wisdom of that distinction, and pledged my remaining years to her service. It would have accomplished nothing to throw myself against Glepnir in vain, and even if there was profit to be found in the sacrifice, she would not abide by it. Your words served to remind me of this. She will defeat the blasphemy, but you will do so without forsaking that which we hold dear. This I swear. We will kick ass. Sapphire, the Elder Seer has grown strong enough to receive visitors. Come, we must go to Stillgate, Fane at once. Oh my fucking god. Guys, it's Johnny Bravo. Okay. But remember, before he harasses you, I know, dude. It's just, I swear to God, all I would need to hear is, "Hey there, baby," and I just nope out of there. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, cool. Elder Seer, fills my heart with joy to see you in better health. I am gladdened by your presence as well, my friend. Unless you wonder, know that the conjurers found no trace of the poison in my humors. If you are ready, I would resume our search for Glepnir. They may have been up to the task, but you are not. 'Tis one thing to engage in conversation, quite another to go gallivanting about the Twelveswood hunting a blasphemy. I am aware you are a conjurer of surpassing skill. I would not need to presume gainsay your judgment. But have my wounds not healed? Those visible to the naked eye, perhaps. I worry that the strain of your communion with the Great One has taken a toll on you in ways we may struggle to perceive. The Great One is a being of purest ether. You're exposed to its unbridled despair, its raw terror. There may be consequences. I am aware of that, but Glepnir must be stopped. Until the blasphemy is laid low, people will continue to die. How am I to carry out my duties cloistered here? How am I to deliver the forest and its people from this despair? 'Tis your duties that demand you remain. I understand your frustration, but if you were to fall in battle, if your guided light you bear were to fade, then all Gridania would be lost. Rest, Connie. Rest and gather your strength so that when the time comes, you are fit to do what must be done. In the meantime, trust in your allies. I got this! Anyways, you are right. That said, I see no reason I cannot join in planning our next step. As you said before, conversation is quite unlike gallivanting about on a hunt. Our encounter with Glepnir has made it plain that we cannot hope to triumph over it as we are. Only with the great one's power can we achieve victory. When the seventh umbral calamity was nigh, the Great One committed a portion of its boundless strength to extend a barrier over heaven and earth. The Ermin Hedge. Thus the 12's wood was spared the worst. If we could convince it to again lend us even a small measure of their power, it would not near feed the poison. Therefore, I believe we should pour our efforts into placating the elementals, that we might earn their favor. The quieting worked before, it may again. Of course! You're the inheritor of Atoa's will. Raya and Arun praised the wisdom and bravery you displayed that day. Indeed, we were very nearly overrun by the creatures the Great One called to its defense. But this time it's different. The Great One quakes with such fear that it cannot even bear to behold its enemy, let alone fight it. And so we must first find a way to dispel this fear that binds it and reassure it that together we can defeat Glepnir. Only then will it hearken to our words. I think, too, that we must gain a greater understanding of what drives Glepnir. It seems to bear a resentment towards the elementals, the Great One in particular. Why? I have pondered this question myself. Lingering memories of the person Glepnir once was may be responsible. Reports from Razahan suggest it is likely the case, in fact. If we could but ascertain the original identity of the blasphemy, but where would we to even begin our investigation? My echo came into play. I saw a dude with you in your past. You were granted a vision of Glepnir's past, and I was there. Then I may know who he is, or was. As do I. The boy who trained alongside Kanai in her youth. Eosura Supin. After all these years, is this what became of him? Ah, you mentioned him briefly before. Were you close? Story time! Eosura was a Pajali like me, but he had never known his parents and devoted himself wholly to his studies. He embraced the role the forest had bestowed upon him, and truth be told, he was a much better student than I ever was. A fair assessment. Despite your esteemed heritage, you never took to my lessons as well to see, even dreaming of the outside world. Stealing off to the woods more times than I can count. I cannot keep watch over you at all hours, not even if I tried. The Elder sees here a rebellious spirit. I can scarce imagine it. I resented being a Pajan. It was inconceivable to me that I could not live among the others and I did not scruple to express my misgivings to Izumi-yan at every opportunity. Yasura was a pillar of constant support. It was thanks to his encouragement that I, at last, embraced my destiny and resolved to use my gifts for the greater good. We would become CCers together, I believed, until one fateful day, and we were gathering herbs in the forest at Izumi-yan's behest. We met a wanderer hailing from a distant land who told us his beloved was with child, and that he had traveled to Gridania to beseech the Great One for a painless birth. He asked us to guide him to the guardian tree. Hot chocolate with water is nothing. What? What do you mean hot chocolate with water? What? Did you add water to your hot chocolate, like more than usual? However, entry to such sacred places was not ours to permit. There was something odd about his demeanor besides. Like I regret I refused him, but Yasuda was loath to turn away a goodly stranger in need. He agreed to guide the man despite my protestations. I ran to Izumi-yan as fast as I could, and together we made haste to the guardian tree. We found the man motionless on the ground, having succumbed to the Great One's rage. Next to him was Yasura, alive but unconscious. In time he recovered and related the whole story. In truth, the man had been an adventurer, a seeker of wealth and glory. And as he knelt to make false supplications, he lunged forward to tear a branch from the guardian tree. He was yet a child, and Yasura had no inkling of the darkness that could dwell within men's hearts. Oh, that's Izumi-yan. He was yet a child, and Yasura had no inkling of the darkness that could dwell within men's hearts. He learned the lesson that day, but the price he paid for it was great indeed. The Great One stripped Yasura of his horns, and with him the right to call himself a Pajal. I was forced to expel him from the fane. Yo! I never saw him again, nor heard a word of what had become of him, though not for lack of trying. Despite his hardships, did he remain in the 12's Wood all this time, I wonder? He dreamed of naught else but becoming Seedseer, of a life in service to people in the forest. He knew the weight of the responsibility and was eager to bear it. But he was deprived of that purpose by the very elementals he loved, and yet he did not lose that will to serve, I suspect, and instead resolved to watch over the 12's Wood in his own way. I shudder to think what could have hastened his transformation to Gleipnir, as if his life was not harsh enough. In our final conversation, Yasura confided to me that he would search for a means to calm the Great One's rage and earn absolution. To that end, he said he would seek the counsel of the Mughals. They've called the 12's Wood home for far longer than we have, and so none are more like to have knowledge of its hidden workings. That comes as no surprise. He would not have given up so easily on his dream. Even if the Mughals know naught of Yasura, they may be able to help us in other ways. Will you travel to Bramble Patch in my stead, Sapphire? I have faith they will accept you with their characteristic aplomb. I got this. Yeah, I haven't had a hot chocolate in a while. I might get some later. This is a level 89 quest, right? Is it 88 or 89? I think it's 89.
88 quest, okay.
Huh? Quite a peculiar face you have, Koopa. Familiar, too. You wouldn't be the self-same warrior who gave the legendary Mugu's guard what for, would you? Sapphire, was it? Aha! It's an honor to meet you. Allow me to thank you personally for bringing that silliness to an end. Pukwa Pika is... Wow. Pukwa Pika is the name? And what brings you to our neck of the 12 Wood? Yo, Steel Teeth, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the host. How are you doing? What's up? Welcome in. Why, what a pleasant coincidence. We were just discussing how we ought to go about calming the elemental Koopa. That blasphemy with the dreadful horns has got them on edge, and for good reason. I had to ask my personal guard here to sleep with one eye open. Hey, what's up, dude? How are you doing? In case you haven't noticed, the beast's corruption has been spreading all through the 12 Wood. Needless to say, we've all got to stand up and put the 12 Wood to rights. I always suggested that the Muggles contribute by scouring the forest of even the smallest signs of taint. Got to cleanse it before it gets out of hand, you know? Difficult and time-consuming work, but if it's in service to the forest, then we'll do it gladly, Koopa. Hey, I know you! You're the adventurer who gave me some of my finest scars. Koop-de-Koop. Wow. Koop-de-Koop of the Muggles Guard. No hard feelings about the whole hail to the king, Koopo. Bit, I hope. You know, I was playing some Xenoverse on PC. Ooh, nice, dude. How did that go? What all were you up to on Xenoverse? Were you just doing like a bunch of offline stuff, or did you have people join in some PvP, or what all were you up to? Not going to call for a rematch either. In case you were worried about that, Ryo and the others cured us of our tempering, and afterwards sat us down for a stern lecture. No more calling upon good King Mogomog the 12th for us. May he ever remain unsummoned in his royal grace and splendor. We just started it out on PC Couches, so just going through the motions of starting the game again. Gotcha, that's awesome. How far did you get then? Like, I assume we were just going through the story then. Like, how far into the story did you get? Indeed, and what better way to make up for the past indiscretions than to serve the realm? Even our kin scour every elm of the 12 Wood, and we would be remiss not to do our part. We would be overjoyed to have a hero such as you helping us as well, if you're willing. Something tells me you have a sharp eye for the taint we seek to cleanse. Can we count on you, Koopa? I'll be done napping with Vegeta in the Great Ape form. Oh, nice! Hey, that's good shit. Just remember, as far as like that all goes, I highly recommend keeping up with your parallel quests. Yeah, I highly recommend keeping up with your parallel quests as you go through the story. So that way you can get all of like the new attires and attires and skills. And that I was blitzing through it. Nice! Good. Good. Your reputation for magnanimity is well deserved. Let's begin by moving to higher ground that we may survey the area and locate a particularly nasty spot of night. I wish to pick fashion. Whenever you unlock QQ bangs, you'll be able to do that then. I wasn't expecting that. We actually have to talk to him midair. That's cool. That's a first. Oh, you were able to make your way up here after all. I was worried you'd be stuck. Apologies for leaving you behind, but it's so easy to forget that you're kind of lack of wings, Koopa. Now then, where is it?
Yeah, I gotta be one place and I can break down gear. IRC? Yeah. If it's not breakdown gear, it's a QQ bang where you get to fuse gear together. Yeah, if you're able to fuse gear together with an item and stuff like that, yeah, that's all you need. What kind of a build are you going with? Or are you feeling like that you want to go with, rather?
There, to the south. Let us cleanse that festering taint at once.
I have no idea what is good. I recall getting Frieza's rocks back when I had her in the piece before and just killing everything. Oh, it's fair. As I transiting towards a balance, let's strike. Okay. So, okay, balanced moveset. That you can actually do that. Probably. I see by strike you mean just like basic combos kind of thing. Because the damage from because you can up your damage between your basic attacks, like your combos, and then your strike supers and then key blast supers. So I would assume you mean like you want to do a kind of like a focus on like basic attacks and then have a nice like balance overall. Other than that.
Oh, it's some fine work, Koopa. I dare say it's in even better shape than it was before. The others are doubtless flittering about, stamping out corruption wheresoever it rears its hideous head. If I were the Great One, I would be applauding our efforts. Well, insofar as such a being without hands can clap, I suppose. How goes the tank cleansing, Koop-de-Koop? I did what I could, but I swear as soon as I have finished with one area, two more start manifesting a fresh taint. The first ability here itself is waning. The sickness is spreading too fast even for a legion of Muggles to manage. We do come up with a better solution soon. The situation is even more grave than we imagined, Koopa. Oh, what do we do?
Yeah, I think, you know, I mainly did PvE at the time. I did need to pick up a lot of the DLC, though. I mean, that's up to you if you want to pick up the DLC or not. I'm just saying there right now. It's completely up to you if you want to go for the DLC. I would say focus on everything you can do first. If you want to try the DLC later on, sure. Like, go for it. Some of the DLCs are good, some others not so good.
We should maintain our efforts to purify the forest regardless, but since there are only so many of us, we must also help the forest remember how to help itself. A brilliant idea, I think. How do we go about doing that? Well, I was just getting to that part, Koopa. I've got it! We performed the friending. The friending? What in the name of good King Mogomog the 12th, may he shower us with love and compassion and Koopa nuts, is that? Truth be told, I could remember the ancient rites name, so I made something up on the spot, Koopa. But let's forget about that for now and move on to the stuff I do remember. Is it because the DLC is on sale because it's the Steam Winter Sale right now? Ah, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. It's an old ceremony first performed when the nation of Gridania was but a spark of an idea of a random thought in its founders' heads. They knew if they were to establish a home within the 12's wood that they would first have to entreat the elements for permission. So a mage and their company found and cleansed a few sources of foul ether, planting saplings in the place, and consecrated the soil with a prayer to show the forest the purity of their intentions. The elementals were so taken with the display that not only did they permit the people to settle within the forest, but also bestowed upon them their blessing as proof of the new covenant, Kupo. Ah, I remember now. The Gridanians still honor the agreement to this day. For every tree that is cut down, a sapling is planted. So if we follow history's example, we can soothe the forest's pain and also nourish it with new life. That's right, Kupo. Oh, but I wasn't finished with the story. Remember the mage who planted the sacred saplings? He was none other than Joran, sire of Iohokapota, the very first Pajal. From that day forward, the elementals would bless a select few heroes with horns, favoring them with their fellowship. The Pajal were exalted by all the people of the 12's Wood. Even we Mughals look up to them with awe, and that's how it all began. Something wrong, Kupo? You have a strange look on your face. Yeah. Well, I don't know about here specifically, but it's not good against people in general. Lebnir may be a Pajal, a former Pajal at least. How dreadful, Kupo. But what exactly are you saying? So the man you think may have become a Glepnir was a Pajal, stripped of his blessing, and the blasphemy kills with a poison that manifests symptoms that resemble those of the creepy death. I feel sorry for Iasura. To love the elementals only to be shunned by them. To be surrounded by the beauty of the 12's Wood and to know that he was forever an outsider. All for a child's mistake. That despair could easily have caused them to turn. And this poison that preys upon those who bear the 12's Wood blessing, the hearers, just like the creeping death once did, might be another manifestation of the despair. That would explain the elemental's unease, Kupo. We must redouble our efforts to plant saplings or they might never speak to us again. Indeed! Well, first things first, we must gather as many saplings as we can. Sapphire, wait for us at the Andersons and make ready for a long and backbreaking day.
Yeah, gotcha, the steel. I didn't know that all of the DLC, if not like a good chunk of them, was going to be like on sale, let alone on Steam. Because I think only some of it is on sale on the PlayStation Store. There's like maybe one that is not on sale, but that's the newest one. Oh, that's fair. And that's actually, hilariously enough, the newest one is actually like the best DLC that they've ever released. Welcome back, Sapphire. Do the Mughals have any insight in our problems? Yeah, they wanna... Yeah. A reenactment of the ceremony which laid the foundation of Gridania. A fitting plan given the gravity of the threat our nation now faces. As ever, there's much work to be done. Before we can even begin. While the Mughals gather saplings, we will continue to scour the 12's Wood for new beasts that must be purged. Let us pray that the Eldracitia regains her strength quickly as well. For now, take a rest, my friend. It is a rare indulgence these days, one you've earned 1,000 times over. Glepnir has not been sighted since our last encounter. His brief respite may be our best chance to quell the Great One's terror. Cool. Make your way for the saplings, Kupo.
We've had plenty of practice cultivating our gardens, so selecting the most robust ones was a simpler matter. That was the hardest work, so you can help us with the easy part. If you see a spot of corruption, cleanse the haze and plant the sapling in its place, Koopa. Given enough time, Little Green is sure to understand that we're doing all we can to heal the forest, which ought to brighten its mood. We'll see to the East Shroud. You should have no trouble taking care of the rest, Koopa.
Your efforts are much appreciated. We'll begin without further delay.
I trust you will not object to my company. I dare say healing the forest is one task for which I am most qualified. For which I am more qualified than most.
Elder Seedseer, are you well enough to leave the city?
I should like to think I have been for some time. In any event, it seems has finally grown tired of my objections and ceased its attempts to detain me further.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright. Allow me to be the one to consecrate these saplings, to be honored to offer word and thanks to the forest for its bounty.
Please do, Koopa. The prayer from the Elder Seedseer herself will surely hasten the growth from a tiny sapling to a towering tree.
Such is my hope. As Jordan did before me, I shall approach the Great One in friendship, that it might see through the veil of fear that blinds and remember our covenant.
Horror people live forever, right? If not forever, then for a very extraordinarily long-ass fucking time. Like, you can think of them as almost like a dragon. Almost. As far as, like, lifespan goes.
Let us begin by cleansing all traces of corruption in the central shrine. 2 greens here. I sense the flow of ether has become warped there.
Man, they could time travel to tell us about the heat death then. Oh my fucking god.
Impressive, Koopa. Not even my keen eyes can spot corruption from such a distance.
It is but one of many talents I owe to the elementals. Well then, shall we be on our way?
Okay, that was funny. I just watched as everything around me entered my salted earth and immediately died.
In gratitude for your boundless blessings, I offer this gift. May it nourish you as you nourish us. At last, the earth is cleansed. There's a settlement not far from here. I should tell them of this sapling. Bid them watch over and keep it safe from harm.
Of course, Elder Seedseer. I shall relay your words forthwith. It will give the people hope to know that they can aid in the restoration of the 12's Wood.
Thank you.
And now we must go. To Silent Arbor. There's something foul impedes the flow of ether. Let us hurry. That's cool that she can sense that. Oh my god. I'm like looking because my fam right now is being spammed by my friends. And I'm catching like glimpses here and there, and I'm just like, y'all are crazy. I don't know why I keep summoning my freaking esteem. And like, oh wait, I know why, never mind. It's because I have force of habit. The injury has begun to heal, and our next destination lies to the north. Yeah, her spell, I believe. It is faint, for we are far from the source. Nevertheless, I am certain it is there. Come. But yeah, are y'all ever just like in a group chat with like a bunch of friends, and then all of a sudden it like blows up, only for you to like watch it blow up, and you just are like, guys, why are we dumb? Oh, it's right here. Okay. 'Tis fortunate that the corruption here is faint. A simple prayer should suffice to cleanse the soil, after which we may plant the sapling. Okay, so nothing to actually kill here. Cool. I sense no other disruptions in the etheric flow, which leads me to believe that the Mukos have already seen to the remainder. Indeed, the 12's wood sighs with a contentment I have not felt in a long while. But will it serve to placate the Great One? I cannot say. Not until we visit the Guardian Tree. Excuse me, but you're out the other seats here, aren't you? What brings you all the way to our village? Corruption that had upset the balance of ether. But that we have since cleansed with prayer and saplings. Thus has the 12's wood reclaimed a measure of peace. You've been planting trees? We have. The elementals have suffered much of late, and with these offerings we endeavor to raise their spirits. Elder seats here? I've gone to protest. What of your people's spirits? We who dread every step we must take out of duels. That terrible monster is still out there preying upon innocent folk without rhyme or reason. If it doesn't strike us dead where we stand, its poison will finish the job. I know that you were afraid, that you and yours suffer still. However, 'tis under the auspices of the elementals that we may call the 12's wood home, and they too cry out for deliverance. And the Great One quakes with fear for blasphemy's continued existence. To ignore their plight is to invite greater tragedy for us all. Rest assured, however, that I have not forgotten the needs of the people. We bring comfort to the elementals and renew our sacred ties, that we might enlist their aid of the Great One in combating Gleipnir and the suffocating despair it spreads. And so I pray you continue to put your faith in our guardians and in me.
Well, though we could, Elder Seatsier, but we've been dealing with death and sickness since before Gleipnir's coming. They say the creeping death's nothing to fear these days, but we know better. Whoever was caught it not too long ago. We gave her the cure, had plenty on hand. For a while I thought it would be alright, but by the time we realized it hadn't done a damn thing. It was too late to call for a conjurer. It was said it was a sad day for all of us when she passed, but for none more so than her poor husband, Supin. He was beside himself with grief, and who could blame him? Then came Gleipnir to compound our woes.
Supin. It cannot be. Do you speak of Iasura, Supin?
Iasura? No. Supin was an odd one, but no one would mistake him for Pajal. Supin wasn't even his real name. It'd be Elinja, but his wife was fond of calling him Supin for some reason, and it caught on with the rest of us.
I see. What did Elengia look like?
Well, I'd say he was no taller than 30 summers. Kept to himself. One to a nary word at times, though after he met his beloved, he became more of a fixture, friendly even. His wife was a sickly lass, but she had spirit. But spirit's not enough to beat the creeping death. Pity we couldn't do anything for her.
He had finally made a new life for himself here. Thank you for recounting Elengia's story. Sad though it was, it had helped me to better understand how much you have all suffered. I promise that you will have cause to celebrate soon. Until then, I implore you again to place your faith in the elementals and in me. Together we shall overcome this crisis. Despite what he said, I'm certain this Elinja was Iasura Supin. To think that he was living so close by for all these years, searching for a new purpose, and finding true love. Only to be robbed of that fulfillment too. Were he still a Pajal empowered by the elementals, he could have saved her. Could he have saved her? He would have dwelt on the question night after sleepless nights. I know I would have. It happened in the end. He came to blame the elementals for his helplessness, for her death, and in despair was consumed. Aye, the animosity will linger, endure, and in vengeance would Gleipnir find its final purpose. We have done all we can to show the Great One the purity of her intent. Let us hope that it will be accepted as friends.
Dude, I'm so happy I can fly in these areas. It's so good. Oh my god, a fate is here. And it's just literally this big ass bitch. Oh my god. He really is a big bitch too, damn.
Our supplications cannot have escaped the Great One's notice. May it be enough to receive an audience. O Great One, may I abide ever beneath your bows, embraced by your compassion, grace, and wisdom. Bestow the fear within your heart and know that I am your faithful servant. Whoa, that's so cool. Dull feeling. Passing corruption, refreshed, renewed green, flesh restored. Child of child, covenant honored, friend, friendship, peace. It worked. The Great One speaks through the Elder Seeds here. Right to follow Jordan's example. We beseech your help to slay Glepnir. Profanity is spawn, despair's orphan, sadness and anger, sadness, that's prayer, one and all. Poison potent, wounds unmending, withering bark, no strength to share. After all we've done, you deny us? After all the Seedsir has endured, she has pledged herself to you, devoted her life to the Twelveswood. The people cried out for salvation, she answered. The elementals cried out for deliverance, and she answered. Only you can help us now. If you do not, then we are lost. She is lost. Please, I beg you. We beg you. Oh, wow. That's cool. What are you doing here? We've been dependent on the Seedseers all our lives, believing that whenever something goes wrong without even considering what we might do ourselves. Aye, but no longer. The Elder Seedseer has gone to incredible lengths for her people, and so her people have come to return the favor. If her plea alone is not convincing enough, then we will raise our voices in support. We couldn't let them make the journey without protection. That, and we couldn't let them put us to shame. We too have come to stand with the Elder Seedseer and beseech the Great One for aid. We all want the same thing, don't we? Peace restored to the forest. So please, share what you can, however little. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake her. Aww, that's awesome. Connie, Covenant's child, walks with man, with elemental, keeper of ancient faith, unbroken, cannot, will not, break faith, to man, render up flesh. Then you agree to help us. Flesh, branches, take and join, to oldest elders renew bond as one stir. Raise up to heavens,
covenant symbol, our staff. All join, all bloom, all peace. My duty weighed heavy on my heart. So heavy that at times I scarce remembered to breathe. For days and nights I worried that I would be found wanting. But by your faith and trust has the path forward been revealed to us. You came hither united in purpose and bared your hearts before the Great One. Gridania is forever in your debt. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. May I rely on you all once more? I bid you take these branches to every corner of the 12 wood and join them to the eldest trees, that we might finally win free of this despair. It shall be done, Elder Sitia. We swear it. Once the trees have been bound together in spirit, I shall carry out the Great One's final instruction and cast its cleansing power across all the 12's wood. Yet I must remind you, my friends, that Glepnir still stalks the forest. It will not remain idle. It will attempt to stop us. Go with hope in your hearts, but do not lose sight of the danger. I'm ready to get gas. So far, interestingly enough, this has been the longest role quest story. Or if not long, like story, but the one that's been taking me the longest. I admit it. For a moment, I thought it wouldn't work. But the other seats here moved not only the hearts of the people, but that of the forest itself. The final task appears to be a bit more complicated than the Great One made it sound. And so she must scour the ancient texts before the time comes, and consult with Seatsir Council to make sure all goes according to plan. Just as well, we need to wait until the others have joined the Great One's branches to the many ancient trees scattered throughout the 12's wood. Then, of course, there's a matter of Glepnir. It will not go peacefully as we work to hasten his demise. When he comes, we must be ready. Alright. Really quick, I'm just gonna refill on my stuff. I need more water. I need to take a quick restroom break. And I'm gonna get some more goldfish just because why not? So yeah, I'll be back.
I am back. Alright. I have refilled myself with everything needed. Once again, with an empty bladder as well. So we good. Let's finish this tank quest line. Impeccable timing as always, Sapphire, but moments ago, the Elder Seeds here sent word to go and fetch you. She's already on her way and will explain everything herself when she arrives. Cool. The children of the Twelveswood, both Moogle and man alike, have sallied forth, branches in hand, to the far reaches of the forest. Soon their task shall be completed. Though the shadow of death yet looms large, they do not allow despair into their hearts. They hold fast to their faith in a brighter future. We shall see their hope rewarded, and by the grace of the elementals consign these grim days to memory. We need only succeed in severing the ermine hedge. You may recall that the Great One's words were muddled and esoteric. I believe it was an instruction to carry out this esoteric ceremony in order to expunge the corruption befouling the forest, that the once tainted earth may begin to mend. For you see, when the ermine hedge was last was formed, it was to protect the Twelveswood from threats without. The Great One acted as a guardian, embracing the woods to shield them as a father would its child. On this occasion, however, we will call upon it to nourish and revitalize as mother nurses her child to make them strong against sickness. Fair enough. In channeling the power of the elementals in this way, you can stem the spread of Glepnir's poison, and the scars of its passing will finally heal. At least, that was what the Great One intended to say, I believe. Yositsia Council agrees with my interpretation and has permitted me to perform the ceremony. Sephi! Sylvie! I love you! I love you too! You should scooch. I'm just gonna. But yeah, no. Otherwise, are you heading to bed right now? If you are, I hope you're having. I hope you're gonna have a good rest and a good night. But yeah, I'm literally just doing some Roll Quest story right now. So. I do appreciate you for stopping by, though. Even for a brief moment, Sylvie. It's always an absolute wonder to see you. I'll go to bed and scooch. Okay. I love you. I'm sorry I'm making you scooch, but I love you. Oh, what? Oh? Why the oh? Or it can be posted whenever you wish. What do you mean? What? Art can be what are you on about? What? Wait, what? Here should we... Oh, you mean in my Discord? The art? But you already posted it. What? Unless you're talking about another art that I don't know about. If you want to share anywhere, you're welcome to, is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. I meant that. Okay. I was like, what are you on about? Okay, that makes sense. Alright, sounds good, dude. Alright, I'll be sure to do so then. And actually, in that matter, you can actually feel free to post it on my Discord as well. Release me posting in their mentor was revealed, so now I gotta tell people. Gotcha. I was gonna say, I was just gonna let you post it, honestly, because that was your own idea, your own brainchild. But if you want me to post it on Discord, I don't mind. I will, by all means, do so. I don't mind either. I'll just let you do it then. I didn't mean to interrupt stream. Nah, it's perfectly fine, dude. You don't even worry about it. But yeah, nonetheless, I'll go ahead and let you get your rest. I love you, Oodles. Yeah, go ahead and you can post that to. You can be able to post it. I don't know, in art, I guess. Yeah, you can go ahead and post it in art. You can at whoever you want. I don't mind. But yeah, nonetheless. Think about the story of the Oodles too. Okay. Love you, Sylvie. Have a good night. Bye. Alright, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and continue the story in 3, 2, 1. I have in my possession a single branch, the final one to be attached to the eldest tree in the 12's wood. For all that you have done to aid us thus far, I ask that you accept this honor. You are better to set the final stone in this new foundation for everlasting peace. You who have sacrificed so much for the sake of others, if we had even a sliver of your courage, we could move mountains. Thank you, my friend. When we find the tree of which I spoke in front of the Leatherworkers Guild, let us depart. Wait, should I just go through here? Yeah, I might as well. I just realized that the eldest tree is in Gridon. That actually makes sense. Never mind. Look to the boughs above, and you will see a spot where the bark has been discolored by age and the elements. There you must affix the branch. You ascend the ancient trunk and affix the branch to the guardian tree to the weathered bark, as it directed by the elder seer. You are quite the climber. And with that, all preparations are now complete. Let us return to the guardian tree, and with the aid of the Great One, delivered salvation to the whole of the 12's wood. Yep, and this is where the fun begins. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, and I don't need this. I'll go ahead and eat this. If it is truly Asura's lingering resentment for the elementals that drives the blasphemy, then it will surely come. For the sake of the man he was, I must try to appeal to his reason. But should I fail, then we will have no recourse but to fight. Regardless, this day we shall bid farewell to Glepnir. Through the branches of the guardian tree, the Twelveswood has become as one. In summoning the ermine hedge, every elm of these sacred lands will be imbued with the Great One's nourishing ether. The forest will be empowered to heal itself, to break free of Glepnir's despair. The ceremony is complex and delicate, and I must maintain focus. I trust you will do what is necessary to see that I am not interrupted. So this is how it's gonna work out. Okay. Glepnir comes! Defend the Elder Seedseer! Oh! I didn't even notice it until the zoom did. Let's do this. Are the elementals so deserving of your scorn? Do you hate me too for my horns? I knew a boy once, a boy who called them gifts, symbols of the blessings he resolved to share with the world. Yet the beast before me now brings naught but misery and death, marks its victims with chains to bind and condemn, to share in its suffering. I was not there for you then, but I'm here for you now, to unmake what you have become. I shall begin the ceremony. Stand fast and remember what we fight for. Come here. Oh my god! Nope. Nice try. I will not let you harm her. Oh, you are. I just realized this man's is a thick bitch. Holy crap. Damn it! Eat that! Oh, wow. Come on. Ugh. Oh, that's not good. My prayers have been heard. May you embrace and cleanse the corruption from our home. Whoa. Oh, damn!
By the light of the crystal!
Let's go! Alright. Earthshake. Ooh! I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is his freaking soften reach? Shit! Ugh! Die! Oh my god. Wow, that was cool. That was a fun fight. Through sacred soil and azure skies, may your compassion flow and swell to banish the darkness. Hold up! I just realized! Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. If she ends with her staff turned upside down, I'm gonna lose it. Fuck.
Receding terror, blissful quiet. Blessing, covenant preserved, now and always, childs of child. Honor and gratitude unending.
For we as well, honor and gratitude unending, we could not have overcome the blasphemy without your aid. For those of you that are wondering why I was freaking out just now, the dance reminded me of Yuna's dance from Final Fantasy X. The sending dance. F10, yeah. It reminded me of that. That's why I was like, oh shit, what? Yeah. I feel like it might have been a slight nod to it, but it wasn't the actual dance itself. So if it was a nod to it, that's awesome. In your everlasting grace, I pray you continue to guide we children of the forest in your boundless mercy. I pray you forgive the lost and forsaken who succumb to despair. To you, my dear Asura, I promise I shall never forget your words of wisdom. Ours is indeed a gift and a blessing, and a duty to our people I will uphold. Until my final breath, I swear this. Oh. Thank you, Sapphire. The great cleansing could not have succeeded without you. The blight has been purged, and the blasphemous beast which bore it laid low. The sacred wood that once held its breath in fear now breathes a long sigh of relief. I must return to Gridonia and my regular duties as Elder but I should be glad if you could call upon me there, that is, if I may impose upon you one final time. Thank you. Promise not to detain you at length. Let us meet again at Lotus Stand. Yeah. I like this questline. I did. So far, ranged physical has been my favorite though. The Great One's ether flows all throughout the Twelveswood, purging the last vestiges of Glepnir's poison. The surviving wounded are no longer in danger, and have begun to recover at long last. That's awesome. We have much cause to rejoice, in no small part because of you, my friend. On behalf of Gridonia and myself, allow me to thank you yet again for your tireless efforts in bringing Glepnir to heal. You went above and beyond the call of duty for the sake of our people and their homeland. You were inspiring to behold, and not for the first time, I must say. I try. Forgive me, Elder Seats here, but with this crisis behind us, I would suggest a new course of action. Oh? And what would that be? Rest. In all our time together, I've never seen you so hard-pressed. Surely you are weary and could benefit from a brief respite. That's fair. I appreciate your concern, my friend, but I cannot. Will not. One day, perhaps, but not this day. But Elder Seatseer. Recent events have given me cause to reflect upon my past, upon lessons that I once thought I had taken to heart. When I did not yet understand the duty with which I had been entrusted, when these horns of mine were but chains binding me to a destiny I did not choose. 'Twas Iasura who taught me to appreciate the gift I had been given. Had he not been there to help me keep the proper path, where would my errant feet have taken me instead? It was perhaps the first, but he could not be the last. My brother and sister and countless other kind souls, through their words and their support, have also helped me to continue to find a way forward, even when I thought there was none. 'Tis by opening our hearts to one another that we in turn open new paths, that we can conceive of greater opportunities and brighter futures. All who live within Gridania are deserving of these gifts, and so I must always be there for them, that together we may journey in safety through the darkest night. Not tempted to live wild and free like an adventurer. And desire love results of the duties? Yeah. Not tempted to live wild and free like an adventurer. It is not without its appeal. I recall fondly the few occasions I have traveled beyond. Our time together in the turning mists has left a lasting impression. If ever there came a time when I need no longer serve as Elder Seatseer, I should like very much to accompany you on another adventure. I love that. I actually really love that. Regardless of what the future has in store, my present course is clear. So long as we Pajal serve as a bridge between man and elemental, Gridania can weather any storm. And so I will continue to walk hand in hand with my people and my patrons, along a path that we discovered together. This was a nice... I've been really liking these quest lines, honestly. Though the blasphemy is no more, there is still administrative matters to resolve. If it is not too much to ask, could you bring word of these recent events to our delegate in Razahan? It has been an honor and a pleasure, my friend. May the elementals watch over and keep you. Oh, wrong way. Welcome back. I pray you have brought glad tidings. Gleipnir is slain. You've brought joy to me on an otherwise uneventful day. Of course, I had complete faith in your success, but had begun to worry ever so slightly when you did not return as quickly as I anticipated. That's fair enough. This did take a while. I should report your success to the envoys at once. If we have further need of you, I pray you will answer our call. More than death. And that right there is the end of the tank roll